Today I'm going to show you how to completely avoid needing to use a walking foot so that you don't have to buy one of those stupid little plastic walking foot attachments or an expensive walking foot machine. Now if you're doing something super thick, then maybe you do need a walking foot machine of sorts. But for most fabrics and just sewing the edge, you don't need that. All you need to do is use some latex to bind the edge so that the fabric doesn't shift when you're sewing it. Because when you've just got, the walking part on the bottom of the machine and the foot is pushing the top and it's not sliding perfectly, that's what happens. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And this is liquid latex. It's rubber from the rubber tree. And what you want to do, this is a pillowcase. This is going to be a pillowcase. And what you want to do is first get the two fabric pieces perfectly even and where you want them to be, because after you tack the edge, it's not going to move. So get it perfect right where you want it to be all the way around. And this will work for any two pieces of fabric that you're sewing together. Just get them into position perfectly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold back the top piece a little bit. And I'm going to take one of these foam applicator pads, and I'm just going to dip into the latex a little tiny bit. See that? A little bit. Now I'm just going to dab that right on the edge. Okay, so I got some more latex, and I'm just going to dab, 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 tiny dabs all the way down the edge. And I'm going to keep doing that all the way around. Every time I need a little bit more, I dip it back into the latex. Don't put very much, it only takes a tiny bit to secure the edge. After this is secured, it will not move. It will be completely secured. I'm going to go all the way down, and you can see that this doesn't take very long. It only takes like a couple of minutes maybe to do this whole job. I'm going to go all the way around the corner here. So I've gone all the way to there, and now I just let the fabric drop back into its position. And now I'm just going to go like that and get it nicely secured all the way to where I was before. Now I'm going to turn the whole piece. If I got any rubber onto the table, just swipe it. It comes off in a flash. Fold the next side back to here. So I watched a bunch of videos like from Randy the Sewing Machine Man about what he thought. He always gives a good opinion. What he thought about these plastic walking foot attachments. And other than one that you can't even get, and you can watch that video, other than one older model that you can't even get, he does not like them at all. And you can just, if you look at them and you see how they work, it's really Mickey Mouse. That is what my dad used to call something that was like a rigged, piece of crap. And I watched another guy talking about how, if you really want a good walking foot machine, then you need to just buy a good quality walking foot machine. But really, for most of the time, you don't need any of that, because all you gotta do is tack it. Okay? So now I'm just going to do the same thing on this side. There's another side done, tacked. Like, how long does this take? Once again, hardly any time at all. Fold it back. You can make little noises. If you're cool like me, you can make little noises. If you're not, you can just be boring. Okay. If you're a jerk, you can brag about it like Donald Trump. Oh my God. Someday we'll be through this. And there is a purpose for everything, including him. So there we go. Now I've got that done, and you're asking, well, how long do you have to let it dry? Well, 5-10 minutes. I've got this piece that I just finished. This is the inner pillow, that it's all dry, and so now let's just take it. While that's drying, we can take this one in here, and I'll show you sewing it. So before I sew this, I'm going to trim off all those little, what do I call them? Tules. I call those tule weeds. And then it'll be clean all the way around to sew. Okay, so how many of you think that this fabric is going to shift? It's not. It's not going to shift even one tiny bit. Nada. Zero. So okay, so there you go. Perfectly sewn all the way around. And did it shift at all? That little bit right there was already there. None. No shifting. Zero shifting at all. Now I'm going to turn it inside out and do the hidden seam, and it will be done. So there you go. Now you know how to completely avoid using a walking foot or buying a walking foot machine. You know, one of those attachments, those plastic Singer pieces of crap attachments or one of the other ones. They make a lot of noise. They add a great big plastic thing to your... Do you really want... Like, look at that. It works perfect. The good old walking, straight stitch walking foot that I've had for freaking ever. Well, that's been on this machine forever. This isn't a new machine for me, but it's been on there forever. It still works exactly as the original designers designed it perfectly. It doesn't need anything. All you need to do is make the product, whatever it is, the piece, the correct way, and use a good... How much latex do you think I needed to use to bind that together? A tiny, tiny bit of latex bound that whole seam. Bound that whole seam all the way around so that it wouldn't move. Just not even a quarter of a teaspoon. Not even a quarter of a teaspoon. Probably 5 drops of latex. 5 drops of latex did that whole job. So thanks so much for joining me, and I hope that you are well.